Good morning, students. Today we'll start with Model 5 kinematics. So, what is limbic kinematics? It is a branch of dynamics, right? So, kinematics means it's a study of the motion of the body. What is the time? What is the velocity? What is the acceleration? It's a study without studying the forces causing the motion. Okay, so we are not going to consider what forces it makes the movement, how it is moving. We are not going to consider and bother. We are just interested only what is its time, velocity and acceleration with respect to one point to the another point. So only that is my study. So that is what kinematics. So then forces causing the motion, where I should consider? In the branch of kinetics. Okay, so I gave you one example. So if it is of like Uber cab, okay, so you're traveling with the Uber cab. So if I'm owner, I will be more interested with how much petrol it is and what engine I'm using. So using that, how much petrol it is, starting the motion. All this I'm interested. So that means it's a kinetics. So it's divided into two branches, kinetics and kinematics. So kinematics, it's a relationship between displacement, velocity, acceleration and time without considering the forces causing the motion. This definition is very important. Kinetics, it's a study and relationship between the forces acting on the body, the mass of the body, in such a way that forces which cause the motion of the body is taken into consideration. So different terms we need to know to do the problems. Motion. So what is meant by that? The body is said to be in motion. It's changing its position from with respect to one point to the another point. That is what motion. And these terms they may ask in 2 marks. So what is meant by path? It is an imaginary line connecting the position of the body on the particle. Okay, so that is what path. So this path is very important. 3 types of path we are going to study here. Straight line path, curvilinear path and projectile path. So these 3 types of problems only we will get it. Displacement. What is meant by displacement? See here, displacement and distance travelled. 2 terms were there. So distance travelled means it is kind of a total distance, how much it is travelled. So distance is a scalar quantity. Okay, it is a measure of interval between 2 locations measured along the path. Displacement is a vector quantity. It is a measure of the interval between 2 locations or 2 points measured along the shortest path connecting them. For example, from here to here, at A, B, C, 3 locations were there. Okay, so one person starts from 0 point to here. He is going to the positive direction and he is going to the negative direction. Displacement will be 0. But distance travel will be from here to here 1 time and from here to here 2 times. So this is what the total distance. Okay, so this difference is a very important question. Please refer the book, Sesha Prakash books. Next is velocity. Velocity is rate of change of displacement with respect to the time. Average velocity is what? The velocities have different velocities v1, v2, v3. So they are average divided by n number of velocity. What is how many numbers? It's average velocity. Okay. Instantaneous velocity. It is a velocity moving at the particle at a particular instant of time. That is what instantaneous velocity. Okay, and speed, already you know the speed, what is meant by that. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity, Newton's law of motions. This all you already know that. Okay, let's go through the book for the definitions. So next we will start with the types of motion. First is rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion, projectile motion. Okay, so rectilinear motion. So you remember this formula: V is equal to U plus AT, B square minus U square is equal to AS, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay, so this is what equation of the motion along the straight line. Using this only we are going to do the problems. Okay. So we'll start with the problem. The motion of the particle is given by the equation x is equal to t cube minus 3t square minus 9t plus 12. So they'll ask, determine the time, distance traveled and the acceleration of the particle when velocity becomes 0. How to do this? Very simple. Time they were asked, distance traveled and acceleration. Okay, when velocity becomes 0. So what I have to do? Dx by dt is equal to 0. What will be the time? We'll get the time. Distance traveled, how will you get? Place the value of the t here and get the distance traveled. Simple problem. Differentiating with respect to x, v is equal to dx by dt, 3t square minus 6t minus 9. So t is equal to minus 1 or 3. So negative value of t can be discarded. So I'll substitute this. I'll get the distance to be 15 meters. And acceleration to be a. Acceleration, how will you get it? D square x by dt square. Okay, so 6t minus 6. Substitute this 3 value here, you will get the acceleration. Simple problem in the straight line motion. So motion of the particle is defined by the relations. Determine the position, velocity and acceleration when t is equal to 5 seconds. So when t is equal to 5 seconds, they were asking what is the position, velocity and acceleration. Simple, what you have to do? Position means t is equal to 5 seconds, so you have to substitute here and get the determine the position. Velocity dx by dt. So substitute that. Acceleration, we will have to get it. So substitute this, I'll get this. Acceleration, velocity, distance. So next important problem. A car is moving with a velocity of 15 meters a second. The car is brought to the rest by applying brakes in 5 seconds. Determine retardation distance traveled by the car after applying the brakes. What is the question? A car is moving with a velocity of 15 meters per second. The car is brought to the rest by applying brakes in 5 seconds. Okay, so brought to the rest means what? That velocity becomes 0. Okay, determine the retardation. Retardation means what? That acceleration. Acceleration, if it is velocity, acceleration means it is increasing. Retardation means decreasing. So we need to calculate that. Distance traveled by the car after applying the brakes. Okay. So first solution, retardation, v is equal to u plus at. So final velocity becomes 0 and initial velocity will be start with 15 and substitute the time at 5 seconds. So what will be the retardation? A minus 3 meter per second square. Next thing is distance traveled by the car after applying the brakes. Okay, so what I have to do? This formula we have to use it. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So in that initial velocity is 15 and applying the brakes is time 0.5. Acceleration already I know. Substitute that, you will get the distance traveled. So what I have done, I have just used the straight line formulas. What are those formula? V is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh, s is equal to ut plus half at square. This formula we need to substitute and get the answers. Okay. So next is motion under gravity. So motion under gravity means what we should do? The same equation of motion only, but if it is upwards, we need to put the formula. Vertically downwards means what? We have to put formula like this. Here all the g will be positive. Okay, when the formulas I am telling, when the motion is projected upwards, what should be there? All this minus we need to put. V is equal to u minus gt minus 2gh minus half gt square. Okay. A ball is thrown vertically upward into the air with an initial velocity of 35 meters per second. After 3 seconds, another ball is thrown. What initial velocity must be the second ball has to pass the first ball at 30 meters from the ground? This type of problem will come to the exams. Okay, so but just we need to see what are the formula. First you have to identify whether it's a rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion or projectile motion. Okay, so it is a rectilinear motion obviously. So here what I have to do, a ball is thrown vertically upward to air with an initial velocity it's given and time is given. Okay, what initial velocity must be the second ball has to pass to the first ball at 30 meters from the ground. So what is that common term for both of them? 30 meter. Okay, so velocity is given and time is given, right? And what they have given, what initial velocity must be second velocity first of all at 30 meter ground. Here time is not given for the first ball, right? So what you can do it, first ball time is not given and the initial velocity is given and height is given. And for the second ball, time is not given, but after 3 seconds they have given. Okay, and they were asked the initial velocity. So what you should do, only 3 equations we have. V is equal to U plus AT, V is equal to S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2G. These are different formulas we have. In that, what formula will be exact to this? H is equal to UT plus half AT square. It is vertically upwards. Vertically upward means what you have to do? Minus UT minus 0.5 GT square. That is what this concept. We'll start with this. So consider the first ball. We know that H is equal to U1.5 GT square. So we can calculate the T value. U1 I know, H I know. So I will just calculate the T value. So what is the T value? 1 second. So using this equation, T value is 6.138 seconds. So second ball what will be the T? First ball 6.138 minus 3, this is what 3.138. Okay. So substitute this, H is equal to 30 meter, you will get the U2. Easily you will get it. Understood? So like this, what are the formulas we have? In which formula will be fitting it? One case to another case, what is the common term we need to find? So this is what about rectilinear motion problems.